Hey yo, what's up? You know what it is, your boy TDG in the building, DOHGH. Like to welcome you guys back to this Kamen Rider Climax Heroes Fourze. And today we're taking a look at this year's Kamen Rider and this game's title character, Kamen Rider Fourze. Why yes, Gentaro, space is in the motherfucking building. Yes, yeah, space in the motherfucking building. Word. Enough about that. Now, we didn't get into this last time because I was already in the middle of a practice round when I showed y'all that burst stuff. But normally when you select a character, you're given a couple of options. And in Fourze's case, you're able to select his normal form, his elect state or fire state, and when you select his normal form, you're able to add 4 additional switches on top of rocket, drill, radar, launcher. This right here is tag mode. We won't be getting to that yet because I'm still trying to figure out the intricacies and how tag mode works. Double breast cannon cell burst is broke as shit. Kick hopper and punch hopper are a damn near win button, and that's really all I know at the moment. But you know, just to get in tag mode really quickly, if you've ever played any of the Naruto games for the GameCube and Wii, they work very similar. The tag functions very similar to that. So if you've ever seen or played those before, you'll know what you're getting into. But I plan to, you know, once I learn a lot more about the tag system and how tag combos actually work and what are the best ones and how to get you guys started, then I'll get into that. But I'm too stupid on the subject to really try to educate other people on the subject that I know nothing about. So it is what it is on that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Like I said earlier, that you're able to select 4 additional switches with the first option. His second option is elect states, and his third option is fire states. This last option right here, it starts you off with rocket, radar, drill, and launcher, and then you're able to select 4 additional switches. It's like it selects switches at random instead of just having them at the beginning. You're able to follow through. But we're gonna just have Fourze with the 4 additional switches just for this today. So let's start out with his top 3. You get Magic Hand, you get Chain Array, and you get Flash. Now, these 3 represent a couple of different ways that switches work. Magic Hand is like it's like a grab that puts your opponent in the weirdest juggle state in fighting game history. Is that the game thinks there are some points where your opponent is still standing, able to be OTG'd in other situations. It's just that it depends on what frame of animation they're in while they're in the air. You're able to do like small juggles using your attack buttons. You're not able to do really many using additional specials because in this game you cannot write or cancel special moves. This game will probably be broke as fuck if you could cancel specials, because lots of your characters, lots of rider specials in this game leave your character in like an animation where they taunt in some cases, or they're just waiting to get back into their into a standing state to where they're able to move or attack again. And Magic Hand really breaks the shit out of all of that with the way that it puts your opponent in different states when they land on the ground and when you try to juggle or attack them. Chain Array. The only thing Chain Array should ever be used for are OTGs. Anytime your opponent is knocked to the ground and they're there for more than half a second, Chain Array will do damage for free. So if you're looking to pile on the damage to get into climax mode faster, Chain Array is probably your best bet. It is probably one of Fourze's easier switches to get used to, and it's a very powerful switch once you learn what combos leave your opponent in what knockdown state so that you are able to OTG. And there are some cases where Chain Array can OTG twice if your opponent does not roll or do anything. Flash. Flash puts your opponent in a crumpled state. It is technically an attack throw that's not a throw. It's an attack that does something that puts them in a crumple state. Depending on who you ask and how you look at it, Flash is kind of broken because when Fourze extends his hand and activates the flash switch, it makes like this circle around him. Anything within the circle is stunned and immediately knocked out. But again, because you cannot rider cancel specials, other than the knockdown, it's pretty useless. Other than the knockdown with Flash, it's pretty useless as a switch, so I skip it. If you looking to do juggle combos, I would stick to using Magic Hand. If you looking to just OTG the shit out of people and just do extra damage, then Chain Array is your better bet, but it all depends. I'll be using Magic Hand so I can show you all the juggle state crap, so just keep that in mind. Next up, we got Chainsaw. Chainsaw, when you activate it, does this 2-hit kick. There are some cases where you can use this at the end of a juggle combo where your opponent is like on their way to be in a full knockdown state, so you can do additional damage. But again, Chain Array is better for that anyway. And but you know, other than that, it's a decent switch. I like it, but you know, it leaves much to be desired. And again, I'm going to keep making this, and I'm going to keep saying it. Because you cannot rider cancel your special moves, a lot of these switches leave a lot to be desired in their possible uses in Fourze's combos. Next up is Beat. Beat works similar to what I talked about when I was talking about Flash, is that when Fourze connects Beat, it's an immediate knockdown. It's an immediate crumple knockdown. Again, you can't rider cancel into it, so it's pretty useless. And weirdly enough, Beat does not OTG. I would think that a switch like Beat would be perfect for OTG situations. It's not. And you have Smoke. Now, what you do is you activate Smoke, and if Smoke connects, Fourze will do an additional punch. Best used in places when you're trying to 50-50. That's the best thing I could do, because if your opponent doesn't know the power of Smoke, you're gonna put your opponent in a re-knockdown state every time. And if they block it, Fourze recovers from Smoke fast enough in order to react again to try to block or either sidestep. So it's a real good switch in that matter. But if we go put it to these three like a switch you select on top of it, I would either go Smoke or Chainsaw. For this, I'm just gonna select Beat. I can't really do nothing with it, but I just like Fourze, you know, bobbing his head like he's from the hood when he do Beat. It's real cool. So we just gonna select Beat just on that tip. Next, we got Hopping, we got Spike, and we have Gatling. Now, Hopping is an attack throw. Is that when Fourze jumps in the air, because this is one of his air switches, is that when he jumps forward, he does like a rider kick, and if he connects that rider kick, he does like 2 additional attacks. So it works kind of like an attack throw in a way that if he connects it, that the rest of the damage is automatic. The problem with that is that it's so hard to connect Hopping in situations where you can actually use it for something decent. Because it's like a lot of times is that a combo that I'll show you is that if you rider cancel, you're able to do an action in the air. It does the hopping and the connect, but it doesn't do the rest of the animation to do all the additional hits that go with it. So, you know, it's a real good switch, you know, for getting in on your opponent or wake up without being too much of at a disadvantage, but without just empty jumping. What can I say about Spike? I don't know how many. I think I need a thesaurus to look up the word useless, and I can read you all of the things it says in the thesaurus, because Spike is useless. It's useless in every way possible. Avoid Spike at all costs. Is that even in combos where Fourze connect in the air, if that Spike acts so weird, you can't connect it. And trying to do Spike naked leaves you open because he goes Spike and he jumps in the air and then he stomps down. If he misses his opponent by her, goes behind his opponent, or does anything other than hit them, you're leaving yourself open for a lot of pain. So just skip Spike at all costs. And Gatling. Now, what's cool about Gatling is that you can do Gatling in the air, and then if you're in the corner, you're able to connect a rider finale after it. And in some instances, if you do Gatling at the right time, there's like a semi-infinite with it, but doing it is so touchy that I wouldn't even suggest even trying to practice how to do it, because you'll never land it in a match. So it's pretty useless in that fact. But Gatling is a real good switch, but you have to jump in the air, and it's not affected by radar. So it's like it doesn't guarantee that you get all the hits, and a weird glitch is if you continually repeatedly use it, it'll shoot like 1 or 2 bullets. And it also really affects how your rider finale works. Like none of the special effects or anything happen during a rider finale. And it's like if you activate that glitch, it also affects launcher in a weird way. If I can recreate the glitch somehow and find out how it actually works, I'll just put up a small little video about it. In this case, we will be using Gatling in our examples for today. And finally, we got camera, scissors, winch, and shield. Camera is an attack throw. Is that what Fourze will do? He'll throw out his hand just like a throw, and if he connects it, he'll be able to he shoots the camera, and then it just puts the opponent in knockdown. It's just the same thing as Flash, except you need a throw to activate it. This goes perfectly with Magic Hand, as I'll show you, because it's a throw that isn't a throw, but it's a throw anyway. I know that seems weird as hell to hear me say, but it's a throw that's not a throw that's a throw. It's that it acts as a throw, but it's not a throw, but it's a throw all at the same time. Because you can't do a normal throw off of Magic Hand, but you can do this off of it. So it's just really weird in that sense. But I'll actually show you guys, because it's going to be part of just showing like the intricacies of the engine and stuff like that. So we'll be using camera. But let's get into the rest of all this stuff. Scissors is an attack throw. What it does is he throws them up in the air, and then he does an uppercut with rocket. It don't get along with Magic Hand too much, and randomly throwing it out there, you can connect some stuff, but it's not really safe in doing so. So if you're not using camera, I would suggest using scissors, because it's a really good alternate to it. So it is what it just depends on your play style when it comes to something like that. Witch. All Witch does is he just throws the Witch in the air, and he does like a Spidey swing across the room. Again, let me say, because you can't ride a cancel jack in the game, it's pretty useless. The only time you can really actually do something with Winch is that if you do a combo that leaves your opponent in a stun state, and then you're able to connect Winch, but it doesn't even do that much damage for you to even consider even doing that. So, it's kind of an iffy switch. Use it if you want to. If you can find something special with it, go right ahead. I ain't really be able to find no use for it outside of doing it out of stun combos. And shield. All that happens is Fourze throws up a shield if your opponent attacks you. And I mean attacks you in any way. That is a physical attack. Low, high, whatever. He'll block it and do a punch. Here's the thing. What shield does is done better by radar. And I will show you why. Shield is really good That and all of Forze's counter switches are wonderful because of how long they stay out and linger before an attack. You, if you really want to, you can make your opponent fear switches like shield and radar because of how dangerous they are. But I'm gonna show you guys radar what's good with it. But we'll be selecting camera like I said. There we go. Let's get started. Now, I've been talking for like 15 minutes about all these switches, but I do want to apologize for how I sound. I've been sick all week. I'm congested as a motherfucker right now. But that just goes to show how much I care about what I do. That I'm either come halfway sick and trying to do what I got to do to get it done. So it is what it is. Because like they say, real players play hurt. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get started here. Tiger can get away from me. Now, actually, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't do that right now. Let me switch back to standard state. Now, I just switched all of Forze's switches. Now, how you do that is that depending on what you're using, you're able to access. You're able to have 8 switches, two for left and right for both his arms and legs. So let me actually thank you game. Now Rocket's really good because of his high combo potential. Is that okay? You guys are not supposed to see camera yet. Real good. It's like not real good for stun combos, but good nonetheless. Now I have to show you something. Welcome. Now, here's the thing with launcher. Now, a lot of people wonder what launcher and radar do because if you don't watch the show, one of Forze's attacks is that he uses radar to lock onto his opponent, and then he shoots the rockets with launcher. Switch back to camera now. Normally, when you don't have radar equipped, the rockets from launcher just go every direction. It is, however, useful up close because it's gonna connect the hits if you right under your opponent. It's gonna connect for free. Now, that does not combo, and I was just trying to show that fact off. Is that it does not combo it anyway. If it did, that switch would be nasty as hell. But you do get to see the rider drill kick, you know, one of my favorite specials in the game. Because Fourze is oh so cool, you know, Gentaro trying to make all those friends, you know. My Little Pony Kamen Rider is magic, you know how it is. You know what it is. So, enough about that. Like I said, just to remember. Can you get away from me, please? Thank you. Remember. Now, let's put radar back on. Hit their opponent every time. A wonderful thing. Get that switch out of here. Now, what I told you earlier is that when Fourze does a combo, and I'm gonna show you the combo, it's down light, heavy. So he's able to act because it's like if you rider cancel that on the ground before he goes into the air, then you're able to do that. So you can't even connect it, but you are able to do things like this. Hold up, because I'm trying to think, how do you do that OTG? It's supposed to be a way that you can that you can do, because drill works to a degree as an OTG in some cases, but it's really hard to land. So I would not try to rely on it for damage. So, but that's drill basically. It's just that he just drills them. Thank you. I like radar. Wonderful. Now, I'm just gonna switch it real quick. This is radar's real power. This has to be one of the best counters in the game. Like, he can do it like in anticipation. If he just throws it out there, it's like, you see how long that radar lingers. It's like retardedness. Because the computer tricked me? It's like shield is the same way, except it does a counterattack instead. So like I said, man, I'm like, dude, that has to be like one of the best counters in fighting game history because of how long you have to act and the different versions of what he can do. Oh, welcome to Gatling. I forgot I switched to that switch, but you know, whatever. Yeah, you're able to do like little hop combos and stuff like that. Like if you tap up or do it as you're landing, it's like it does like different stuff, like from up close or away. Free spin. Ooh, I missed that. Wow. There we go. They're like you can connect Gatling in the corner from and do a ride finale after it, but you know it's so iffy to do that you might not ever get into a situation where your opponent's gonna let you hop in the air and shoot a gun at your ass and then do a special. So while it's more like a novelty, you can do it versus that is actually useful. Switch to magic hand. Now, welcome to Magic Hand. Wonderful juggle state in the air, you know. Just like Fourze can do like a lot of his combos off of this move. So it's like, while Magic Hand itself, and I'll show you, Magic Hand itself does nothing. But combined with certain combos and a couple of rider cancels, it's like one of his best switches to me. To me, it's one of his best switches because it's like once you figure out like all of the things you can actually do, it's a wonderful switch. Now, welcome to Weird Juggle States 101. There we go. Okay, camera. There we go. Hold up, I missed that. Y'all saw that, right? Like, look, Tiger said hit the ground. Right there, hold up. It's that he's able to like, it's like the game thinks it's like at that point, because it's like, let me explain it. When Fourze does Magic Hand, it takes a very long time from when Magic Hand is thrown out there to when it starts until he can act again and doing certain moves. It's like because of the way camera works, is that you're able to get into that weird state where you're able to catch it where the game thinks that they're standing up, which is weird. So get away from me. But yeah, it's like it's really weird in that, you know, it's like, hold up. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, but he's able to like jump cancel out of it and do drill. You just have to tap up really quickly. So make sure that the OTG lands. So man, I know I'm just sitting here playing around at this point, but yeah, but it's like, it is so cool, all the stuff you can do in this game and what's possible. It's great, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm glad I was able to show this to you guys today and do all that good stuff. There we go. Oh man, see, I'm tripping. I forgot all about B. Yeah, see, it's like it'd be cool if Beat actually connected off Magic Hand, but you know. But seeing Fourze rock out, you know what I'm saying, is always a wonderful thing. And it does some decent damage too. It does an OTG. It does an OTG. Now, before we get out of here and finish all of this up, I want to show you something. Now, Fourze has this combo that I showed you earlier, where this is the full combo. It's down like heavy. Now, what's weird about this combo is a couple of things. Is that earlier, like I said, is that depending on what you do in the combo and when, he's able to do certain things. Like if you do the first three, he's able to act when he hits the ground. However, if you get up and then you whiff, you're able to act faster. And you can also do that, but it's really hard to actually land. Like, it's like trying to connect that last hit is really hard, but it's easier to do the whiff cancel into it versus the actual hit, because you have to hit the like the apex of the jump with Fourze is all the way up there, and your opponent has to linger. It's like, see, it's so hard, but I am going to land this before we get out of here today. But yeah, it's like, let me show you. It's like because you can like whiff air normals, and then you're able to act, because what it does is it takes away. There we go. I keep forgetting that in order to land that combo, you have to delay it. That you have to like delay the last hit, like until Fourze is able to act after the rocket uppercut. You know what? As soon as this is over, you know what? We'll get into that last thing for the day before we get out of here. Is that, oh, I didn't go into climax time. I'm sad. Now, one of the things that is very weird about this combo engine is combos and how they work. Now, I'll show you an example. Now, this is his forward light. It does 3 hits and knocks him away. Now, once you start a combo, in most cases, you are pot committed to that combo until it's over. So, what you can do is you can delay certain combos, and what it does is that the combo does slightly more damage if you delay it correctly than if you do it all the way through, because of the way that the game counts combos and does its mathematics, and how, what is the word I'm looking for here? Damage scaling. That's the word I'm looking for. Damage scaling works. So that the combo does more damage when you delay it than when you don't. But sometimes when you delay a combo, it loses like certain stun ability to like land rider finales and do like additional jump cancels and things like that. So when you're around practicing, look for that and be careful in how you do all of that. But I think that wraps up Fourze for now, and we've been at this for like half an hour. So before I get out of here, couple of things I want to get into. Number one, gyms are stupid. Yeah, I said that. I went there. Yeah, gyms are stupid. If you have a good thing and it's working fine, why mess with it? You want to shove these things down my throat. Now I'm gonna buy you a game and I'm gonna buy you limited edition and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, but I'm not anti-jamming that or pro-jamming that. I love jamming the holograms, man. I love that shit. No, seriously. It's like with Street Fighter Cross Tekken and jams, I really don't know where I really stand on the subject, because when the game was fully combo heavy before Pandora and before the gem system, it was fine the way it was. But at the same time, I do understand that Capcom got to get this paper and they got to find more ingenious ways to get that paper and draw in that casual audience, because trust me, the hardcore like me, we don't bring enough money to the table for them to even listen and even consider that, you know, that we are the ones you should get catered to. Because even though we buy your products year in and year out, whatever iteration it is, whatever, we're not the money bringers, and I have to respect that that's the game and that's what it is. So more on the gym system as it develops. You can watch the video that Capcom, they uploaded all that stuff about gyms and how they work. All the information is out, and you make your own decision, man. I'm like, right now, I just think for real that gyms are just like, you know, just some cash grab and just some way to try to, you know, make things easier for people and trying to make it more casual friendly. When a game like Tekken is involved that has a really hardcore following, that you trying to dumb it down for people that don't even know nothing about the series is just weird to me. I think Capcom should have just honestly just saved that for their own crossover and called it a day. Number two, shout out to Bark Fight for entertaining me last Sunday. The only thing I gotta say about that is, J.O.D, man, you should have fought Combo Fiend, dog. However that would have gone, man, I would have loved to see that. Twisted J.O.D or J.O.D and Finger Crap, whatever you want to call yourself, while we hate you, whatever, J.O.D versus Complexity Cross Counter Osama bin Combo Fiend. Like, the fans wanted to see that, and I really think, that you should have gave the fans what they want. But I understand that, man. Combo Fiend is one of the best in the game right now. That maybe you just felt that night that that you wasn't quite ready, but at some point, man, we need to see that go down. So it is what it is. Shout out to Gootex them, you know what I'm saying, doing that thing, keeping me entertained Sunday night. It was a wonderful thing to watch. Let me see, what else is there? Real quick, I'm gonna say this, and I'm just gonna say this, and if it apply to you, and if it don't, it don't. I don't give a fuck what you think is entertaining, pal. I don't care, alright? I understand that at this point, with the way that this stuff is going and how 2012 gonna be a big year for me and all these problems that I'm gonna be bringing to the table, I understand that I have to deal with you. However, I got a 9-inch dick and a big black ass you can kiss. Because trust me, when I'm coming gunning for heads, I'm coming for you. I'm not gonna say no names, I'm not gonna say who you is or who you are, but when it's time, I'm gonna blow your monk ass up. I just don't personally appreciate you as a person, period. So I'm just gonna put that out there. If it only apply to one person, so don't be getting on her trying to make no assumptions about who I'm talking about, that this person probably not even gonna watch this video, but I'm just gonna put it out there so it's on the internet for all time, that you can suck my dick and kiss my ass, and so can your mama, your mama, your grandmama, your sisters, your cousin, all of them can suck it and kiss it. Because that was some real fucked up shit, and I'm just gonna say it, that 2012, me and these problems that I done gathered, gonna expose your motherfucking ass, so it is what it is. With all that exposure out the way, we are done here. Thank you for sitting half an hour with your boy, learning some more about this Climax Heroes Fourze. Honestly, I really need to get back in the lab with 13, but as you hear in my damn voice, like I said, I'm congested as fuck, and I can't do much of nothing right now. That this is the first day in a couple of days I've been feeling like actually sitting up and doing something more than downloading videos and converting them and uploading them. But yeah, keep a lookout on the page and all that. I got a whole bunch of match videos coming up, doing stuff like that. Remember, tinyurl.com/triple to God, you know what I'm saying? Get on my Facebook page, you know, Twitter at Rex Soprano, all in that. Like I said, 2012, man, we coming, dog. SME DFE, dog. Y'all gonna find out in a minute what all that mean, dog. Say sodomy movement. That we's in the motherfucking building, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, we are done. Before we leave, one more time. Switch on, baby. Yeah, this right here is dedicated to all my haters. I rock it, drill kick a nigga. This how we do, you know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, as usual, thank you so much for tuning in, watching. I appreciate you guys, you know what I'm saying? My lovers, my haters, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, this 2012 push, man, is real major for this channel, for me, and all the people that I'm collaborating with, because this ain't something where, you know, where I get on a video and say, well, I'm doing this and doing it. No, this is actually happening. Like this is actually happening, like, as right now, that we are putting together the final things that hopefully we want to do something before the end of the year. We only got 2 weeks before then, but I got all my tech ready. I just gotta do is just do a test, and it's gonna be on. So like I said, man, SME DFE, man, keep it trending. Say sodomy movement 2012. We are in the building. I am Triple the God, aka Rex Soprano, aka the king of this YouTube shit. And no one works harder at bringing you content and doing what I do than yours truly. But I'm gonna go and jet out of here. You know what it is. It's TDG. I'm out of here. Holla back.